Today's episode is brought to you by Olive and June.
Woo!
I love having my nails done. I hate going to get my nails done. This is a phrase that I've tried to incorporate into my life. Is like, I like to make sure I can like the doing and the done. If I just like the done,
that.
Thanks. With Olive and June's gel polish, it's the perfect at-home solution for salon quality nails. You don't have to go to the salon.
What's really exciting about the Olive and June Mani system is that it delivers up to 21 days of flawless wear with high gloss shine that won't chip, lift, or dull. It has a non-damaging removal thanks to the new peel-off base coat and salon speed soak-off system. Say goodbye to the drama of gel removal.
It includes everything you need for a salon quality manicure in one box, and you can customize it with your choice of 6 gel polishes, which breaks down to less than $2 a manicure.
You also get a custom 5-finger LED lamp and their iconic poppy for easy painting with your non-dominant hand.
With their high-performance cleaner solution, HEMA-free, 15-free, and as always, cruelty-free and vegan.
I really love Olive and June, and you know, a couple months ago when we had lunch with Mary, she had on some press-on nails, and you were like, what are those? But like in a nice way, like those are so cute.
Gorgeous.
Yes. And they were Olive and June. And then they sent us their press-on nails. And I've been wearing them nonstop since they sent us the nails. Like, they're so cute. They're so, like, the quality is great. They look great. They feel great. They're just cute. And I've been getting so many compliments on them.
I love everything Olive and June has released. Like I've built up the collection at this point, and what I love so much about it is that like when I was like a religiously going to get my nails done at the salon, manicure, pedicure, doing this every so often, all of that. And when I like stopped doing that, I didn't find an alternative. I just like stopped painting my nails. But I also want cute nails, so I love that I don't have to deal with making the appointments, with sitting in traffic. I love being able to like do my nails at home, have them look so good, and also have them last.
Visit oliveandjune.com/blame me for 20% off your first Olive and June gel mani system. That's oliveandjune.com/BLAMEME for 20% off your first Olive and June gel mani system.
From writer-director Ryan Johnson.
The Holy Grail. A perfectly impossible crime.
Wake Up Dead Man has critics singing its praises.
God help me. Anything else?
It's a deliciously entertaining mystery.
That's nice.
It's certified fresh.
It's a miracle.
Okay, you're freaking me out now.
It's the best Knives Out movie yet.
This case is solvable, right?
Oh, you'll see. It's fun.
Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery starring Daniel Craig. Now played in select theaters on Netflix December 12th. Rated PG-13.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Welcome, everybody. We are back from our short hiatus.
Yes, our fall break.
Our fall break, exactly. Did you know that LA Unified School District had the entire Thanksgiving week off? Like, those kids didn't go to school from...
I think it's like the norm now, like nationwide.
I'm sorry, those poor parents and the people who are hosting Thanksgiving, What do you mean all of your kids are home as you're having to do Thanksgiving shopping, as you're having to make... That is so cruel. We saw our neighbor who has 4 kids, and she was walking them in. I didn't know about this thing, but Mats had brought it up because he had heard, because our nephew was off school. And he brought up to the mom when she was with one of her kids. And she's like, yep. No, they're all off school right now.
Yep. I saw a lot of parents complaining about it online. So I figured that this is, when I said a national thing, now that's all I was basing it on, that California was off, Arkansas was off. And then I saw other people complaining about it. So I think it's the norm now.
Yeah, I think it's got to be new. It's got to be like they used to have one, like depending on what school the kid went to, they would be home for like a couple extra days. But like now it's like, no, every single week. Yep. Every single in the school district.
Yeah, because we just got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off.
Yeah,
but also a lot of people would just be out of town, so it might be that too, where they were like, people are gone, might as well just cancel it for everybody.
Yeah,
and it's easier for the teachers too, I think.
Oh, if it's easier for the teachers, then I subscribe to it. Whatever makes it easier for the teachers. Like I'm always like, oh, how are the parents handling it? I'm sorry, teachers are before parents in this case for me. Teachers, if they like it, I love it.
Me too.
So welcome back. Teachers, let us know. Do you like it? If so, we're loving it.
So this is Don't Blame Me, a call-in advice plus current events show where I'm Melissa Diamond Monts. That's Megan Rinks. We just like to talk and talk and talk and talk.
And we're really good at it. And we haven't talked that much since this break.
A lot has happened.
A lot has in fact happened. I was on aunt duty almost the entire time.
And I was on mom duty.
Yeah.
Like over my mom.
How was the trip?
It was good. As it always goes, she's like, I'm on vacation time. And I'm like, I have to work. And she doesn't quite understand that, even though when I go home, she's always working.
She's the busiest woman of all time.
She doesn't. It's not like she's taking off while I'm there. So I don't know why. Maybe because this is like Los Angeles is a vacation city as Fayetteville, Arkansas is not. But yeah, but we did a lot of fun things like going to Jimmy Kimmel, who she absolutely loves. Absolutely loves.
When you get to the reveal of like reading the text message of being like, I'm taking my mom to Jimmy Kimmel, I was like, oh my God, perfect. She loves Jimmy. I was like, this lovely. This is going to be so great. And within the same text message, like the excitement to good God, Whiplash was, I did choke on what I was eating at the time and had to sit up because I was like, I actually wasn't prepared for this kind of storyline reveal.
Yeah, so my cousin works for the audience that does Jimmy Kimmel, so, we don't have to get there 5 hours early or however early other people have to get there. We just walk in. And we were sitting next to the head of ABC Nighttime, whatever it's called. She was cool. Her and my mom were chatting it up. I was like, I need you to be a little bit more chatty so I can get to ABC Daytime. But the lady bolted out of there as soon as the show was over.
Damn.
And as I was looking at the guests for that day, enemy of the pod.
Honestly, possibly the original enemy of the podcast. Enemy of podcasting.
Yeah, Dax Shepard was there, which I was looking at our Spotify, what the listeners of our show, the number one show that they also listen to.
You guys, please tell me it's a hate listen, or please tell me you're just there for Monica, because that to me is the only way you can stomach through that. Yeah,
so he's our number one. Call Our Daddy is number 5. So, and I think Too Hot Takes is number 2.
Okay.
So you know what? The thing is, their shows are in the realm of what we
without a doubt. I could understand how you're entertained by all of them. I do hope that you view us with more of like I could be friends with these people, not if the purge is coming. These people are very quick, like very, very high at the top of my list. Like I hope you view us you favor us in a different way.
Yes. So yeah, it was Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell. And I said, why? Are they going to discuss that Instagram photo? Because this would have been the perfect time to discuss it. Is this going to be to discuss, that that Fox News has stolen work that she did several years ago and now is publishing the Bible miniseries, which is not really a miniseries. They're just reading the Bible.
Also, in my mind, tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't the Bible by nature not many?
What do you mean?
Like, isn't it like lengthy?
Yes, it's very long.
Okay.
So I think
to
that's
me,
why
miniseries just feels like a bad way to.
Yeah, maybe like an epic journey.
Yeah, because I'm like, how long? If it's a miniseries, how goddamn long is each segment? If you're saying it's mini, because I'm like, that's. Right. I'm thinking it's a long book.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So Jimmy Kimmel being who he is, especially being hated by Trump, I would think that this would be the opt time to discuss these two things.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're there discussing a movie that they had that they did like 12 years ago.
If there's one thing about that couple, and like I don't speak ill on her, I have no issue with her. I feel bad for her. Like I truly do. And like it's the same thing that I felt about like listening to Anna Faris's podcast. Like immediately, that is what made me hate Chris Pratt. It made me be like, oh my God, like you deserve so much better. That's how I felt about as soon as I listened to Dax Shepard's podcast. I was like, oh my God, Kristen Bell, no, get out of there. But like that is like I think I don't even know if they've ever. Someone has said it. Like if I have a memory of it being on record somewhere, that like they are the people who like you call if a guest backs out, because like they will go on any late night talk show whenever, and like versus a lot of other celebrities and actors are like, if I have something to promote, I'll go, but like I'm not just gonna go to like just to like perform and like be fun, because they're not comedians.
Right.
It's like if you're a stand-up comedian, I get that, like being on call because you're constantly pitching. You're like pitching new bits, but you're also like trying to get more fans who only need to be fans of you. And like your projects are what you create. But like for them, they are on like the amount of times like she's been on Ellen promoting nothing. The amount of times that he has, like they both just do that kind of stuff. But this to me, timing wise, I would have actually picked maybe. If your whole thing is that you always do late night shows whenever they have a guest drop out, if you're not going to talk about why you are both like actively in the news right now, maybe don't go.
Right. And like they had been on the list for at least a week. I feel like because it was the day before Thanksgiving, it was just that they were
here.
Yeah. And they were willing to go on. If you care, I implore you to go look at it. And I'll leave it there.
Wait, I'm going to watch it.
But there was a plus. So Senator Mark Kelly was there, which that actually was good to see. Cool. Yeah, because he was there talking about how Trump said to execute him and other members of Congress. But he was great. He's a petite man. I didn't think he was that little.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't look petite.
He doesn't look petite at all.
He's got the opposite of Glenn Powell syndrome, who looks petite, but is not nearly as petite as he looks. Oh.
And so he was great. Like he was very inspirational. You can tell that he's doing what needs to be done. He's very charismatic, which of course. I mean, the man was an astronaut. He was a senator. Like.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the astronaut part.
Yeah. He was in the military. I forget which Marines.
I also forget that like you can't actually be an astronaut for that long. So it's kind of like a ballerina where like you will have a full career after that.
Or you work in like just the science division instead of going up to space.
Yeah, but like they don't let you do that.
I mean, all of it's science division. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
You work more office job than actually going to space.
2 feet on the ground. You are dealing with the gravity we have here on Earth.
Yes.
Do you like space movies?
Yeah.
Are you going to see Hail Mary?
No clue what that is.
Wonderful. We got it. It is. I'm like looking forward to it more than. It's probably like my second biggest movie I've been looking forward to besides Roof Man. It might even be my number one at this point because...
You're just saying words now.
I know.
What is Roof Man?
Roof Man it's like based on a true story, but it's Channing Tatum in a little indie flick with Kirsten Dunst, which is my
I know what you're talking about.
bread and goddamn fucking butter. Give me a $3 million budget with an indie studio and give me a leading man when you put him in an indie movie. I'm like, I'm fucking here for it. Give me a limited wardrobe budget. Give me one singular set. I love it. And it's about a guy who like is living in a store.
Great.
Yeah. I'm excited. But Hail Mary is Ryan Gosling. Do you ever see that lady on TikTok who impersonates her German mother who's obsessed with Ryan Gosling?
No.
Mott's is obsessed with this woman's like we watch it all the time. We just go, Ryan Gosling? he's in that where he basically plays, I think, like a high school science teacher or something. And it's like, of course, the Earth and the rest of the galaxy are in peril, and like we must explore outer space as like our last option. Like we have to figure out this thing, and we need someone to whatever. And I don't know, because the trailer, you'd actually like it. The trailer doesn't reveal everything, so I'm not entirely sure why he's the one being picked. But all we know is he's also wondering, why the fuck are you asking me to do it? Like, but he must have a certain skill set that like they don't have. But he's literally a teacher, and it's called Hail Mary because it's like, this is our last hope. And they like just send him to space. And he was like, I can't go to space. Like, what do you mean? I have like responsibilities, and like I've never been to space before. But it looks good. Like it looks like a Ryan Gosling film. Like kind of funny, but also dark, but also just like good. I think you'll like it.
Okay. We also saw Wicked, which we'll talk about in the next episode. But when we left, we got stuck in the elevator.
I wonder if I got that notification on Citizen. Because for some reason...
Probably not, because I would have been the person to report it.
Oh, okay. Well, no matter what...
I don't think anybody in that elevator was reporting things to Citizen.
No matter the location, Citizen does send me the push notifications because they do think I would like to know if people are stuck in an elevator.
Yeah, we didn't call the cops, so probably not.
How long were you stuck?
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh,
it was scary.
Long.
And we weren't over the weight limit, but it was a full elevator, so we couldn't even sit down if we wanted to. It was 7 people in this elevator, and
you're in Westwood.
All women, 1 man, and the man happened to be the one closest to the call button. As soon as it stopped and it wouldn't open, I said, "Press the button to get the people to come." They go,
Let's
"I
give it
don't
a
think
minute."
it's that serious. The elevator stops between floors. We moved maybe an inch. There's no way we can get out of this.
They won't know that we're stuck, that there are people stuck in the elevator unless you tell them.
The people on the other side did know because it didn't go all the way down, and I guess it made like a chime noise. But I was still like, the people that work for the elevator company need to know. Then the woman that was with him starts to try to pry the doors open.
Hold the fuck up. This is at the point where I go, citizens, I need to start carrying zip ties with me. Citizens arrest, zip tying you right now.
So this is what went through my mind. My uncle, Vietnam vet, taught me how to put people in a sleep hold. So I was already picking out what order I was going in.
Damn, my dad never taught me that.
So I'm like, "Stop, you can jam the door. Please don't do that." Finally, after a few minutes of even the people on the other side of the door are trying to open it from their side, which that's actually fine.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, fine. They can't get it open. They can't, it's Thanksgiving, so they can't, there's not people in the building. And the thing is, the building is not attached to where the movie theater is, because they're 2 different sections where the parking garage is. So the people in the movie theater can't do anything about it.
Yep.
And the people that are in the office, there's nobody there. So I say, "Call." And they're like, fine. Excuse me?
We have no other alternative.
Right. So he finally hits the button. The lady's like, "Can you hold down, if you hold down the button, it still should be able to open it and move. If not, then hold tight. I have to get emergency." It wouldn't do that. That lady's still trying to pry the doors open. And she goes, "Ma'am, please don't do that. You can jam." What did I already say? So then the lady on the operator, she was able to notify the people in the building. And then they were able to do something, because there's a key thing that should have been in the elevator that was not there. So he was able to do it. And he, as soon as it opened, he was like, "Get off." Hurry up, get off. And then we hear him as we're walking away saying, "We no longer have a contract with you. Why are you the one that's answering?" So who was your contract with, and why is it not connected to the emergency people?
Well, Good Samaritan, who was like, "Hey, not even getting paid for this, but let me help these people out."
But I think there's obviously some paperwork messed up, so they must have still been under somebody's contract.
What?
Yeah.
How old were these people who are futzing with this?
Like late 40s.
Oh. I would get, because
Gen
also
Xers.
you have no leverage. And like I don't think I'm making this up, but my dad got his hand like stuck in an elevator and like broke his finger or something like that. Like, and like that was, I mean, that was, he's old. So it's probably an old school elevator.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
in general, the whole thing is that like you have leverage when you are when you're not within the elevator, you're on the outside, you have the leverage to pull. From the inside, you do not. You are at the mercy of like the technology and like the mechanics of it, not like the sheer manpower of something like that. Like you can't override that. I would have snapped. I would have snapped at that.
I had to keep my composure because it was such a small place.
Oh yeah, that's 7 people. That's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, like, I would have to sit down. I can't stand in one place at that point.
Yeah, and there was no room.
Oh my God. Was this before or after you saw? Please tell me this was after you saw the movie.
It was after.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But before we were going to dinner, so it still would have been fine. But also while we were eating, all they were playing was music from Wicked. I said, "This is not dinner music."
No,
and it's also just not music you just play the whole time.
No,
they usually play Christmas music.
But also, like, I had a dance party with my niece and nephew, and I went to go put on Wicked. And tell me why there is no version of Dancing Through Life that is not 9.5 minutes long because it has all the dialogue included. You're like, this is not, no.
That's what people were saying that I think it was Defying Gravity. The number one listened version of it is from Glee because it doesn't have the dialogue in it.
Yeah, like that's not something you put on as like ambiance because you're like, who's talking?
Right.
And you're like, oh, sorry, that's a whole scene that they just have in the middle of this song.
And you know, when they recorded the audio, they weren't just talking, they added it later. We don't want that.
I think
if I want to see it, I will watch the movie.
Well, I want two versions. Like I want to, like I like the version with like the staged version where you have like the scene in it. I like that's a great option. You should. The point of the movie is that you're making a soundtrack that's not a cast recording, so it can remove the talking. But did you see Lisa Rinna?
I did not. Whoa. And I was thinking about that, how I didn't see my usual Thanksgiving buddy.
Damn. Hope she had a good one.
I hope she did too. Maybe we went a little bit later than we did last year, so maybe she went to the earlier one.
Do you think that's what she saw? I feel like she has to because she saw it last year.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Me too.
I saw it last night.
Yeah.
And I'm debating if I should join one of those movie clubs where you pay like an annual fee. I think like it sounds
AMC
enticing.
Stubs?
Is AMC Stubs? I thought they were AMC A-list.
You're correct. AMC Stubs is the one where you just get like discounts off the food.
Yeah. So they have one for AMC. They have one for Regal. They have one for Landmark. They have one for a couple of other ones. But I would have to pick a theater or a theater franchise that has more recline seats because I can't. I have to do a recline seat. Yeah. But I'm like, maybe this is worth it because the one we went to last night, they're advertising it was on sale for $100 a year, and I was like, $100 what's the catch? Because to me, that's like that pays for itself too quickly.
Huh.
Well, part of the reason is that we wouldn't order food there because they do have rats. So, and here's the thing: everywhere has rats. But if I know that they have rats, yeah, I'm not eating.
Okay. I've seen a lot of restaurants recently get shut down for vermin, more than usual.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I do wonder if it's more than usual that are experiencing the rat, or if it's more than usual that are getting shut down for it. Because I was like, this doesn't feel like our city is overrun by rats. It feels like someone may have gotten a promotion who's got a keener eye. And
I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad, but now I am second guessing a lot of other things.
Yeah. iPick they redid the seats and now they're like little pods, more like two
like an
person.
Airplane?
Yeah. And you can't you really can't see anybody else. And they're even more comfortable and like the head rest goes up and down too.
Oh, let
And
me
you have
look into that.
individual. Yeah, you have individual. I mean, you're not going to be paying the price that you want to pay.
No, but if I don't have to watch, I had to watch last night. Someone put their phone. It was only like what? There's two people in front of us, Mats and I, and then 3 people behind us. That was it in the whole theater. And someone in front of us put like their phone in their purse. And it was like hidden, except it was like I could kind of see it, and it had the alarm that was going off. That's just a light, or like not the alarm, the text message notification. That's like the light that shows or whatever. And they like reached over a couple times, like when their bag shifted and they were able to see it going off. But no matter what, I kept seeing the light flash. And I thought I was crazy for a while. And I thought it was like a reflection of like the screen on like one of the tables or whatever. And I was like, no, this is what's happening. But if I was in a pod, I wouldn't see it.
Yeah, you're in a pod. They also have a little lamp thing just for you too. So like if you need to see something, you can click it on. You have your own individual, because it used to be you shared the little desk with the person next to you. Now you have your own little individual one. So it's great.
$30 a ticket.
It's like $25. If you go during the week though, it's $19.
Oh, that's honestly not that bad. Except we've gone to this one Regal location that we got a ticket for like $11 one day. And I was like, a reclined seat. And it looked like a stadium seating. We were the only people there. And I was like, I worry that we can't ever stop seeing movies in theaters because like they are counting on us.
Yeah.
People need to start going to theaters again.
I agree. I love going to the theater, to the cinema. I need to get back into the habit of when I would just go and watch movies all day long.
Yeah, when you catch up, you would like, there would all be like 4 movies come out and then you'd be like, oh, I haven't seen any of them. And then you'd come back and be like, I saw them all.
And it was a great day, especially because they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So
that sounds like a good fun outing. A good fun time.
Yeah. And then sometimes like somebody would come meet me just for this one movie.
I think I did that for Photograph. Didn't you see something before that?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I was like, how was it? You're like, meh. And then we saw Photograph, which, you know.
It was fine.
It was fine. I don't really remember the plot. I just remember like it's like 2 hot people like being hot.
Yeah. There was a photograph involved.
Yeah, in like a museum or a bookstore.
I think it was like a photograph of like her grandfather or something. Because we got a flashback of her grandfather and we were like, actually, they have more chemistry.
Yeah.
That's
the issue is when you have 2 hot people, you go, of course they're going to have chemistry. And I'm like, individually, I'm loving what I'm looking at. Together, I'm not seeing the spice.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. So shall we take a break and then give some advice?
Let's do it. We are back and we're going to give you some advice. If you want to call in, you can leave us a voicemail at 310-694-0976. International listeners, you can send us a voice memo to meghanpodcast@gmail.com. You can also just write an email to that email address. You can fill out the form that we have listed in the show notes, or you can send us a DM over on Instagram for our podcast account. And for the voice recording and the voicemail, you have to keep it under 3 minutes. For the others, under 300 words. And for all of them, we need to know how old you are because you, A, have to be over 18, and B, have to tell us what age you are that is in fact over 18, because it determines the advice that we give you. Give us as many details as possible, and we will do our best to help you out in your situation because we can only go off of the information you give us.
Great job.
I wasn't even a little bit rusty.
All right, we'll get into the first one. This person said they are 22, she, her. I worked at a place for 2 years directly under the owner. She, 54, was very comfortable, essentially making me run the business while paying me the least she could. I think I called in for advice probably a year ago when she said I was taking advantage of her when I asked for instructional time while being sick instead of decorating the space like she asked. I did everything I could to feel better to go in since she was never interested in teaching me, and then she wanted me to decorate instead. It was an ongoing thing that I had to fight for her to teach me, but she constantly was adding more business and daily responsibilities to my plate. Our personalities also clashed, but I wanted to learn from her, so I did not stand up for myself in a lot of instances and let her walk all over me. I was in a terrible mental state while I worked with her, and I left the job in a traumatic way as well. I guess I'm asking for advice on how to continue working in this career while healing from the trauma of working for her. I second guess everything I do because her voice is so ingrained in my head. I can't trust the people at my new space because I feel like they're all gonna be like her. And I feel like I'm not growing into my own because I'm still stuck there in a way. I hope this makes sense. I'm sure any advice you guys give me will be helpful. Also, yes, I'm in therapy for this, but I'm thinking I need to find a new therapist soon. I'm not sure this is the right one for me. So this person is the writer is in a specialized field of hair treatment. So it's not like they can just up and go to a different salon. This salon has to be specialized in that treatment.
So she left that salon and now she's assisting under somebody else at a different salon. Yeah. Okay. So without revealing where, like, the specific sect of I guess it's still considered cosmetology that you work under, this is so common. Like, this, you work in a like client facing position, and as someone who has been a client in these situations, this is something I have heard so many times, like so many times, that like it is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like hazing. Like, it is, like, for some people.
It is hazing.
Well, I'm saying for some people, they view it as like it's the people who are doing the acts, like, they also know that it's hazing, and that's how they were brought up through the industry, and so that's what they think you need to kind of like prove that you can tough it out, like prove all of this kind of stuff. And like, it's antiquated and it's very dated, but it's not, I would be shocked if there were other people who you work alongside who didn't also have experiences like this with the people that they were assisting. But I think that, like, I don't know, maybe the mindset I would try to work on shifting is, like, as opposed to be worrying about other people behaving like her, I think, like, focus on, like, what you said, which was, like, you let something slide because you were, like, worried about her. Focus on, like, think about this as being, like, the confrontation moment when you're in the shower afterwards, thinking of all the things that you wish you would have said. Like, this is your chance to just be, to not react the same way if those things happened again. So, like, on the off chance that, like, you have another boss who does something like that, you know what you're not going to do to respond again. You know how you're going to stand up for yourself. So as opposed to being worried about other people acting the way she did, focus on for you and being like, how can I act and how can I carry myself and present and show up to work that is in a way that I look back on that I wish I would have done at that other job. Because that's the only thing, unfortunately, that you can control. And knowing that in general, I think, like, hazing in any workplace it's unsustainable. Like, you are not going to be able to, once you make it to the level that, like, you are now the hazer, not the hazy, most people have burned out by then. Like, it's not like something that it's like, oh, if I endure this and I get through this, I'll be fine. It's not. And so I think knowing that for you, tolerating it and dealing with it is not something that you need to do if it happens again.
And, I don't work in the hair industry, but I do work in entertainment, and the exact same thing happens. And I feel like as an assistant, anywhere you go, it's kind of the same thing, where the person that you're working under, where you're there, you're not, your focus is not to be an assistant forever. And the person that you work for should know that, because these are entry-level jobs. And so they will take advantage of you. You end up running things, even though that's not essentially at that time your job, but they're still getting the glory and the praise for doing that job, even though you are the one that's actually doing it. They don't take you under their wing like they're supposed to and teach you the necessary things so that you can move on, because they want you stuck in that assistant position forever so that they don't have to go train somebody else.
Yep.
And so it is a way to make you small. And I know firsthand. I completely understand this because I was in a very similar situation where they would say things like they want me to be the quiet person doing the things behind the scenes, and they try to make it sound like this is like a glorified thing when it's not. It's just so that they can be in the spotlight so that you can be small. So the way that I got over this was knowing that I was better than them. Like they can't do the job that they're supposed to do, and they rely on me so much to do their job. And so because of that, I knew that I had the skills to actually do their job. I did not need to be in this assistant position forever. You left working for her. So now you're somewhere else where hopefully you'll be able to learn from them. I don't know if you were like interviewing for the position, or if you didn't really specify if you're still an assistant or what position you're in now. But I would just be like constantly asking questions, like taking in what's happening, asking questions, but also know that you have a backpack full of skills that you're taking into this job that you didn't have before you started. So you're not going to be in the same situation that you were previously. Now you know how to deal with somebody like that. You know how to run a business. You know that you have a skill set that's better than the person that was training you before. So now take that into this new job, and I promise you that it will be okay.
And I think something that like our generation is normalizing to the dismay of our elders is job hopping, of being like, if this doesn't serve me, I'm not going to pay my dues and then hope that like shit gets better and like I'm going to be rewarded for all of these years of like unpaid labor and like hard fucking work, because you're just not going to. Like, it's just, you're not going to do that. And so it's like, I'm going to jump ship, and you might think that that looks bad, but like eventually those people are going to age out of the workforce, and it's our peers, and that is becoming the new normal. And it's like, if you feel like you have let people treat you a certain way, or you've accepted certain treatment and that's become the new normal, really one of the only ways to change that and fix that is to go to a new job where they never know that that happened before, and you make sure that you never do that again. Like, there's just so much that we gain and we learn, and standing up for yourself in the workplace is like so fucking hard. And if it does not go in the way that you want it to go, like switching jobs and going to a different like place, different location, working with different people is not like quitting or being like cowardly or whatever. It is also setting yourself up for having confidence in yourself and like what you do, your journey, and like what your career is going to look like, versus being like, yeah, I deserve and I can accept this level of treatment. Because also, how the fuck are you supposed to trust someone who treats you so poorly to be like, I will stop treating you poorly one day once you reach this ambiguous level of something, and then you will be rewarded in a grand reward. And it's like, but that's not going to happen. Like, it's never going to happen. And you, like you said, like you keep leading people on. And in reality, exactly like you said, you don't do that for the people who like make your job easier. You don't do that for the people who are not very skilled. You don't do that for people who don't have a future. You do that for the people who make your life easier so you can sit on your fucking ass and make the money.
Yeah. And so I would say, and the great thing about working in the hair industry is that you can eventually be your own boss. And it's a pretty fast trajectory for that. Like, you can go rent a booth at, a bigger salon, and you're still your own boss. So I'd say absorb as much information as you can now without being annoying, which I don't think you are, but like absorb, because I say that because sometimes people get a little too eager and they become a nuisance instead of absorbing information from other people that are more skilled. And so you absorb as much as you can. And then once you know that you have the confidence and the skill set and the training, go do your own thing. And then when you're bringing up the next person, you know how to treat them because you've been there before.
Yeah. And I think there's something that like is underrated about, yes, you have to impress your boss, and like, yes, you are assisting, but when you feel confident around clients as well, those clients will also remember you. And like that becomes something that like, you know, people ask where you are. People ask about the, like, there is something about that aspect of it too, that I think doing good work in most jobs, most professions, confidence is like 90% of it. And I think if you're actively seeing that something is tanking your confidence, instead of focusing on how can I be a better employee, it's like, how can I feel more confident in this? Like, it can be something as simple as like having a work outfit that you love, that like makes you feel really good, listening to your pump up music, or even like asking about like what the day looks like, being prepared for the day in a way that's like getting a schedule ahead of time and doing all of this kind of stuff that like gets you to be more mentally ready and like more excited. Just like anything that like sets you up to feel confident in what you're doing. And that could even be what you're doing not at work. Like you're doing stuff on the weekends that makes you feel like you're honing your craft that you don't have the ability to do at work, or taking extra classes, whatever that is, like something that makes you feel confident, because that is like the vast majority of this. And that's what you want to, you know, out of spite, prove to your old boss that like they can't take that away from you.
Right.
Spite is like a great motivator as well.
Completely.
Yeah.
A great motivator. Spite and pettiness.
Yeah. We're not therapists. And that's why you love us.
All right, we're going to take a break.
Beep, 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 beep,
And we're
beep,
back.
Beep. Hi.
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was lovely. I had a great old time. I did a lot of cooking. I like did realize that I in fact cook an entire Thanksgiving, and then we don't host Thanksgiving. I just bring it. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. But it is nice because I can like leave the kitchen trashed and then come back. But it was really good, and we played with my niece and my nephew and did a fort. My niece did in fact stay up way too late past her bedtime. And so she decided to stack all of her stuffed animals on top of me and then climb on top of me to take a fake nap. And I was like, girl, you're exhausted. But she's doing anything to make, I am not tired, but all of my stuffed animals are tired. They're going to take a nap. And they asked me to lay down with them. And I'm like, okay, for sure. But it was fun. It was really nice. Just like hanging out all together. And then we had like talked about how one of our favorite weekend activities is like this thing called street food cinema. I've talked about it before, but it's outdoor movies in the park, and they start in the summer, and then they also have like a Halloween themed one that is like more immersive over obviously Halloween, and then they do a Christmas one, which I think we've been to twice now. And
not too cold.
What do you mean?
It's not cold.
Oh, it's cold. And my nephew, who runs hot, who insists that he is never cold, I was like telling his dad, I was like, when I tell you that you have to bring him a jacket, it's not even that you're going to have to fight him to get it on. He will be asking for another jacket to wear because he will be so fucking cold. And so, but they do a Christmas one, and we were talking about it and we were planning for it. And unfortunately, we leave the same day that I was so excited because they're doing the Santa Claus 1 and the Santa Claus 2, which has my favorite Christmas song, Santa Claus Lane by Hilary Duff. And I was like, no, I was so sad because it's happening the day we leave for Colorado. But so we were like, okay, let's like do some of the early ones. And Home Alone is one of them. And my nephew has never seen Home Alone. And his mom was like, I think he'd really like it. And I also
Have
famously,
you seen it?
No, famously,
Okay,
I've never seen Home Alone. And so he and I were both like, oh, it's our first time. And so he and I were like, cool. But all of the adults were like, hold up. You've never seen, like, I was like, him and I were just vibing, being like, fun, our first time. And everybody's like, no, we can't let what the fuck do you mean you have not seen this movie? And I was like, never seen it. Couldn't even tell. Like, all I know, burglars, Kevin, Moira from Schitt's Creek. That's all I know. So we went, and I was like, I was like, do you guys have blanket? He brought an extra jacket. And I was like, no, you needed a jacket and a blanket. And we watched the movie. And I wasn't sure what he was going to think because he doesn't like movies where people don't follow the rules. This kid in rules. Also, the amount of times that me and Mods have to be like, hey, when we're taking care of you and it's just Mods and I, our job as aunt and uncle is we're able to like let you do things that your parents will not let you do. And he's like, no, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm like, oh my God, like have a Gatorade. having a Gatorade. We went to a soccer game and we were the ones who took him. No parents were there. And everybody's having a Gatorade and they're having breaks. And I was like, do you want a Gatorade? He's like, no, you can't have a Gatorade until after the game's over. And I was like, literally, that's not a rule. No one has ever made that rule. Like, you can have a Gatorade right now.
You should have a Gatorade right now.
And he was like, no, I can't. And he's side-eyeing everybody who has a Gatorade. And I said, first of all, that's not a rule. So stop giving them this look. The second the game ends, he goes, I can have a Gatorade now. And I was like, can ya? Okay. So he's really about like the rules. And so, I think that like the disobeying and the being bad kids, like the beginning of it, I was like, oh my God, and they were being so mean to him. I was like, he's going to get so stressed out. And I was so worried. But he seemed to like be fine. His dad like talked to him like with like a couple scenes or whatever. But then we get to like the hijinks and like the funny stuff happening, or even just like when he's like dancing through the house alone. And I don't think I realized this might have been the one I've gone to there that had the most kids, because, oh my God, if you could bottle this, it felt like Monsters, Inc. The laughter of like dozens and dozens of like kids around 5 years old, like laughing hysterically at this movie out loud every time. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is like so fucking precious. And he would just like look over at us to see if we're laughing too. And I was like, oh. But I also didn't realize how much like his facial expressions remind me of Kevin. Like, I was like, oh my God, like this is him. And he loved it. So like, I really liked it. We were going to stay for the second one, but we only took one car. So we ended up not, which was fine. But I do want to watch the second one now, though. You know, the Cheetos got a cameo, I've heard.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if they filmed it at Trump Hotel, that's in the requirement for any movie that they film at Trump Hotel. Everyone's like, you'll be shocked. And I was like, I've seen movies that he's also had cameos in because he requires it to have the filming permit there. So not shocking. But yeah, he loved it. And apparently he just wants to watch it over and over and over again. And then the next day was his birthday party, which of course he was turning 6. So it started at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. And so we were there. We went to the park, had a birthday party, and that was really fun. It was Pokemon themed.
Gotta catch them all. Yeah,
he's obsessed with Pokemon, and I did humor him and like play with him. He doesn't totally understand how to play, but somehow he does understand when he's winning. He doesn't understand how to play when I'm winning. And he goes, I think we're missing a rule. And I go, I think I'm just winning now. And I think you don't love that. But it's crazy to think that like Pokemon's like still such a big thing. And he asked me, he goes, remember how you came over to my house on my birthday and we watched Lilo and Stitch? And I was like, yeah. He's like
2 weeks ago.
He was like, well, what about for your birthday if I come over and we watch and then he goes, wait, do you have HBO Max? And I was like, yes. And he goes, I come over for your birthday and we watch Pokemon. And I was like, hold up. A, I don't want to do that. B, is it a TV show or a movie? And verbatim, he goes, well, here's the thing. We don't have HBO Max, so I don't exactly know what it is.
Then how does he know that it's on?
I was talking to a parent at a birthday party and they were like, it's on Hulu. And I was like, oh, so his parents are just lying to him so they don't have to watch Pokemon. So I was like, wait, what? But I love when he's like, do you know Pokemon? And I'm like, I don't think you understand that. Like, yeah, I know what Pokemon is. That was much bigger when I was a kid than you now. But hey, the kids are, I guess they're going back to that kind of stuff. It is what it is. It is what it is. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it to my niece, who also 6. I don't know if I'm going to make it to her birthday party because it's on, what's next? The 13th. And
that's early.
Well, I mean, that's where her birthday is.
I know, it's a little early.
I usually go. But I just, like, I'm still not settled in this place yet. And then with my mom being here, it threw stuff off. So, like.
Yeah, you have to reset after having a guest. And you haven't even fully settled in yet. Yeah. And then leaving is not like, you have to like prep a place to leave too.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So I don't know if I'm going yet, but I forgot what the theme is for hers. Let me see. I don't feel like
Power Rangers?
No.
Paw Patrol.
No.
What are their kids into?
I feel like their Paw Patrol's like.
I know.
Younger.
He went to a Wicked themed birthday party and like 2 kids like they're like a sibling set and they like love Wicked. And I was like, really? Have you seen what version did you see?
I've seen videos of the kids going to Universal and they're like freaking out when they see Glinda. So I think they are into Wicked.
I wonder if they're seeing part 2.
No, I mean this was before the movie came out. So part 1 I understand.
Totally.
Yeah.
Part 1 I understand. Part 2?
It's for adults.
Yeah.
That's an adult movie.
That is an adult film and like it's still not as
not
wild
an
as the
adult
book.
film.
Oh, you're right. It is cinema for people over the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on Thursday.
Woohoo. Should we read it? I was going to say it's a proposition. It's about a debate.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Hi, Eminem. I need help settling a debate. Cracks knuckles. My colleague, male 30, and I, automatically, you're correct, and I, female 28, often have heated debates. Today, I was arguing with him about an unimportant debate regarding the number of fast food in France versus Quebec.
Okay.
And while I was talking, he shushed me and started talking over me. Do you agree that a grown man shushing a woman and speaking over her is infantilizing and disrespectful? I want to tell him that I feel disrespected and he would never act that way with a man, but I'm afraid to be gaslighted into thinking it's not that bad and I'm overreacting.
You know how we're going to respond to this. Of course, he was being a child, but also he will try to gaslight you.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen because he is a man.
He's the man who shushed you. Do we think he's going to gaslight you? Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is going into it knowing that that's what's going to happen. But to me, I think this is like never not worth it to like say something because like I also would never want another woman in the workplace to observe me letting a man do that to me and then thinking that that is like the expectation. Like there are certain ways that like, you know, you can like treat your friends if you're friends outside of work, but like at work, I'm like, no, there's a level of like we're setting a precedent for like other people here. So like, I mean, that's without a doubt something I would have automatically been like, did you just shush me?
Right. Why are you shushing me?
Huh? Also, what side was he on? Quebec? France?
They both have a lot of fast food restaurants.
Yeah. And the only through line is the
French.
The French part. So like, I'm just like, what?
What was this discussion?
I have to assume that you're in Quebec?
Right. Are one of you one place? I don't. Frivolous discussion. We all have them, but odd.
I think heated debates with men in general is like not something that I participate in.
Yeah.
Because men are not respectful.
Last night, I was at a Christmas party and me and another gal were having a discussion about why men need to be in therapy. And one of the men was like, no, I'm not there. But he was open to it. And then another one is like studying therapy. Mm-hmm. And the one man that's not in therapy was like, I heard that therapy isn't something that men are particularly susceptible to. And then we broke it down as to why. It's because like the other gal, she was like, I have a theory for that. And I said, I have a theory as well. I'm sure it's the same theory. Go ahead. Since she was the one that spoke first. And she was like, it's because men don't like to be told what to do. And they don't do it. Like when they are given, women, if they're given advice, they take it in. That's why I think like calling advice shows what we're doing is nothing new. They've existed forever, but they're usually hosted by women and most of the people calling in are women. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yeah, men just don't listen. When they're given advice, they simply just don't listen. Yep. And so the guy that's in school for therapy he's like, it goes back to the whole thing of like pulling over to ask for directions. Men won't do that.
No, men have this idea that like skills are acquired, not learned. Mm-hmm. Like you're like pre-programmed to have these things. And like that's why they're also like fucking obsessed with like what's that word? Optimizing your biology, optimizing all of that. And that's why men really slip into eugenics really fucking quickly because like they have this idea that like And then if they're not immediately good at something and a woman is, it is because she's good because she's a woman, not because she tries, not because she researched, not because she's asked, not because she's like done the work at this. They're not used to having to do work to acquire like accolades. And so for them, they think that that is like just a skill that they have.
Yep.
And it's like, no, that is just how the patriarchy works. You've been rewarded for not putting in you've been rewarded for just like aging up into new qualifications, like aging into the ability to get a job, aging into the ability to like do all of these kinds of things. And therefore, like you grow up to be a fully grown adult who like doesn't actually know how to better yourself because you've just existed.
Yeah. And then she used the analogy. She was like, y'all go to golf lessons so that you can get better. Why wouldn't you go to therapy so that you could get better mentally?
Yep. That's why I think male therapists are great for men because they do not listen to women who are their therapists.
Yeah. And the guy that's in therapy school, I've known him for years, and he like he's also like a writer and is doing what a lot of people in the entertainment industry are doing. He is the fourth person that I know is going to therapy school. So like he is, he's always just been very kind and genuine and someone like that wants like, it's not like, how are you doing just to ask how you're doing? He's somebody that like genuinely wants to know how you're doing. And so like, I think he will be a great therapist. And I think that this guy needs to go see him eventually.
There is something about like people who work in the arts and specifically like creative industries. Like it is like a craft that you're honing. You're not like studying it you're learning it. You're not just like studying it, but then with other job aspects of it, like it is like climbing the ladder versus like carving out spaces for yourself and like getting creative with it and thinking in different ways, as opposed to like, this is just XYZ. This is how you get this. This is the equation. You pass a test, you get a certification. There you go.
Yep.
That would drive me crazy.
All right, we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we'll get into an update before we round this out.
Woohoo. We're back. Give us the update. I didn't know this was I didn't know this was happening.
It's on the list.
No, in the words of Cynthia Erivo.
Oh.
I didn't know this was happening.
So this person said, "Hi, I doubt you'll see this." Well, we're seeing this.
Hope you're okay with us seeing it.
Yeah. They sent it in a Instagram DM. I doubt you'll see this, but I still want to try. I was the write-in for September 4th episode of Don't Blame Me, who was asking for advice about doing things alone after losing my husband. I'm behind on listening, so I just heard it yesterday. I just wanted to thank you both so much for your advice. I will definitely be starting with being on the phone while I'm out or going to the movies like Melissa suggested. I knew I could trust reaching out to the two of you, and I know you were never wrong.
I'm so glad that was like helpful, actionable things. And I think about you a lot, not to be weird, but like, yeah, I was thinking about this call or this conversation we had and your story the other day. And yeah, I think that this is, I think we'd love it if you would be open to like giving us updates on how this kind of stuff is going and what you found like helpful. And I think once you start implementing certain things, you'll find things that like we haven't thought of that you found like helpful to do by yourself. I'm really glad that you asked about that because we've gotten like so many calls about different things. And this was like a very unique one that I think a lot of people relate to in different aspects or different parts of their life and for different reasons. And yeah, I hope that you find some comfort in being able to do things by yourself and it's not scary and not like lonely anymore, but you find some like benefits, some like relaxation, something that like you see the good sides of it.
Yeah, me too. So
thanks for giving us an update.
I've got an update on me.
Are you finally going to talk about your hair?
I am going to talk
about thank God.
Hair. So I was cooking.
Watch the video version, everybody.
I was cooking on the stove and I smelled something. I said,
No.
Smells like the 90s when we would get braids, we would burn the ends of it off. What's going on? I look down, my hair is singed across these braids right here.
Hold up. Can you scoot back? Which ones?
Well, I cut them. They're now cut because they were like.
Well, I was wondering when I told you to give me a wide shot. I was like,
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, these look shorter than you normally go for.
Yeah, so they were singed, and then I was like, I don't feel like taking them down right now because it happened like Sunday, and then 2, since we're doing the Wicked episode, I said I need to keep it in braids for when you know what's going to happen on Thursday, and so I was like, I'm just gonna cut them off and then unravel, because then they were just like blunt and ugly at the end, and I'll unravel them, and I think they gave them a new look. They're cute.
I think they're really cute, but it's not what you usually go for. And as soon as I like started seeing that like they looked a little shorter, I was like, there's got to be something to this story. Wow.
Yeah, so I cut like 5 inches of it off and then unraveled.
Did it singe both sides or just one?
Just one, but I had to, because at first I was just going to cut the ones that were singed, and then it looked weird. So I'm like, I got to do all of them. So
that only really works if it's your like 2 front pieces and then you cut both. But if it's anything further back, it's disconnected. Wow. How many days after was that you got your hair done?
Well, it's been like 2 months now.
I thought you were getting your hair.
No, these are the same braids. I haven't got them redone.
I feel like you give a new life.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm like, it's so much of a different look that I wasn't even looking at the top of your head that I was like, these have to be different braids that you got. Wow. I also like the color difference when you can see them unbraided at the bottom. It's cute. It's cute that it got you there. Yeah. And I'm so glad it was human hair, not synthetic, because I would be the fumes.
Yeah.
I mean, the fumes smell bad, but I think like the safety of a synthetic, and then it gets sticky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it just touched. It didn't actually like catch on fire. It just touched the side of the pot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't over the open flame.
What were you making?
Soup.
I can't believe when you were saying that I was like, ooh, show me your hair. It looks different. This is cute. And you're like, I've got a story. Did not expect that this is where the story was going. Like, did not expect that whatsoever. But I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks.
Wow.
I'm glad I didn't actually catch on fire.
No, me too. Well, we hope you all enjoyed this episode. So happy to be back again. And hope you all had a lovely fall break.
And we'll see you on Thursday for Wicked. For good.
Oh, she learned it. Wicked. That's all, folks. Wicked. The sequel. Wicked. One more time. Wicked.
The Wicked. A decent business.
Run it back. Wicked-er. See ya.
Too wicked. Too fast.
Monta's automatic. Anytime there's a sequel for anything, he always says, oh my God, how am I forgetting it? He says like 5 times a day. Oh, Wicked 2, Electric Boogaloo. Every time there's a sequel. And he keeps talking to the Now You See Me sequel. He's like, Now You See Me 2, Electric Boogaloo. And I go, no, it's Now You See Me 3. So at least like give me a break from this fucking joke.
All right. Bye.
Bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
There are names that echo in the world of true crime. Names that carry unanswered questions. Oakley Carlson, a 5-year-old girl who deserved safety, protection, and love. Yet the system built to protect her failed, and Oakley disappeared. Her community still calls her name.
Or Ellen Greenberg, found in her locked apartment with 20 stab wounds. A case declared a suicide. But how does a locked apartment tell 2 different stories at once?
These are not just cases we have covered. They are people. They were loved, and they mattered.
Their stories deserve to be told with care, with depth, with truth.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ricky.
We are the husband and wife duo behind Crime Salad.
Every week, we uncover stories of the missing, the silence, the misunderstood. We ask the questions that were left behind. We refuse to let these stories be forgotten.
Because behind every case is a family holding on, a community seeking answers, and a story that deserves to be heard.
We invite you to listen to Crime Salad,
your healthy portion of true crime, wherever you get your podcasts.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death, the horror comedy game show where nothing is sacred, everything's a little unhinged, and the only thing more cursed than the questions are the jokes. I'm Roz Hernandez, your fearless host, and each week I'll be leading a brave group of guests through twisted horror trivia, improv games, and enough sarcastic banter to make you question all your life's choices. So come for the screams, stay for the snark. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you. In the meantime, don't get tickled to death.
If you love those, wait, what? moments, you'll love Something You Should Know. I'm Mike Carruthers, and on my podcast, we explore the fascinating ideas hiding in plain sight, like how elevators change the entire world, how gravity affects your health more than you think, or how to instantly become a better conversationalist. Each episode is fast, fun, and full of insight you'll want to share. So give it a try. Search for Something You Should Know wherever you get your podcasts.